Hi friends, Melissa here, and I'm back today with my layout share and I guess colour kit for June with my June hit kit. And before I start, I'm going to tell you what I got. I got the main kit and the embellishment kit. So here is all that I have left, and I'm really pleased with what I managed to achieve this month. Just put that piece of white paper down. This is the paper, and as you can see, it is pretty much just scraps, and the only pieces I would keep would probably be this, 3 little pieces. So the rest of that will go into our recycling bin. Okay, as for the rest, I've got 2 frames. This was a frame that was a double frame, and as you'll see on my video, I cut the frame apart. And I've got 1 tag, 3 wood veneers, a few more bits and pieces of the ephemera, and quite a lot of the washing. Didn't use the Chamel stamp. Mine had, I think it had a fault in it where I couldn't get a clean stamp because this part here was lower, well, not as raised as the rest, so you can see there that there's just no way I can get a clean stamp with that, so I didn't use it at all. As for the letter stickers, I've got quite a lot of that left. Oh yeah, I used up the entire pack of embellishments from Poolside Collection. I've got those left. I've got lots of these left, and I'll carry them over to July. Also got lots of the LA Studio stickers, which I'll also carry over, and several of these, and I'll probably carry them over as well. So I made a total of 13 layouts, and the reason why I didn't make as many is because I really wanted to sacrifice some of the papers, so obviously didn't use that side. Really wanted to focus on not just doing white backgrounds. So this one I made for Sketchabilities. It was the first layout I made, so there's a lot on there. I love it. Love that Sketchabilities really promotes layering in their sketches, so that's that one. This one here is for stuck sketches where I played along there, and I cut my photo in half, and I love the way that turned out. I'm going to do that again soon. And this paper, oh my goodness, is so gorgeous. I didn't think it was that. I know everyone's talked about this paper and how beautiful it is, but I loved that side as well, and so I almost wasn't going to use, well, it is a full sheet. And it wasn't until I made this layout that I realised just how stunning that paper really is. So really happy with that one. This one has a process video, and it's using that matte print as a background, and so that paper there just didn't work for me at all. So I was happy to use that, and although it's a world map, and I've used the word journey, when you read the journaling, it really does relate to me letting Sam do something he wanted to do that I wasn't that impressed with, but I let him anyway because I didn't want to be a helicopter mother who hovers over him and doesn't let him take risks. So you can watch the process video for that one. This one is my most recent process video, and it's for my Child Free Friday, and these are 2 photos that Sam took at our park in summer. So I just embellished 2 areas of embellishment, title, and a bit of mixed media with watercolours in the background. So that's that one. You can also watch that one and learn more about that one. This one is the most recent. I'm on the design team for Let's Get Sketchy. So this is our first of the month for August reveal, sketch reveal, and oh my goodness, love this one. Actually pulled in this paper. It's an LA Studio. I think it's an older one. I wanted to add a bit more to boost up this kit, and I'm really into grids and ledgers for backgrounds at the moment, and the colours and the tones work perfectly with the kit, so yeah, happy with how this one turned out as well. This one is completely, I wanted to really focus on using that paper, and I knew I wanted to cut it like that, and so then to balance it out, I've added another piece of it there. And this one is about Sam, and I pulled the embellishments I thought would work best. I love that, the adventurer, because he is. And then I put this die cut summer there, and then I asked him, what do you want the second word to be? And so he came up with the word freedom, which was perfect. And then I said to him, okay, I want you to tell me what to write on this layout. And so I've put his name in quotation marks, and he said, you know, summer freedom, it's sand time, free from home, I love the Golden Lake. So that was just a Saturday trip we took to Lake Wanaka, and I've used my Epiphany Crafts punch to make those not layered, they're like epoxy stickers there. This one would have to be one of my favourite layouts because it's journal heavy and I love the colours. This is also a piece of Ellie's Studio that I pulled into the kit, and it works really well with the tones. I love the grid. I was starting to get down to scraps at this point, so I pulled this piece in and then layered this piece and had these 2 photos of her eating a biscuit that I'd made for her. And as I say in the journaling, I don't give my babies sugar until they're 1, but this was a recipe that didn't have any sugar. So I captured the moment of her eating the biscuit, and I used my colour bug to cut out the word love on some cork paper. And I made this so quickly, and it's one of those layouts where everything just flowed, and so I'm calling it Hello Adventure because it's about her getting to eat a treat. And I've put hashtag first biscuit because it is. So yeah, loving that one. This one is a bit more clean and simple for me. I wanted to keep that sun and fun together from the ephemera pack, and then I've just used photos that include our whole family and same day at Lake Wanaka, and just, yeah, I love it. And in the journaling, I just say it's important to take time out from the normality of life and do something special together as a family. So done sort of minimal embellishment and really focused on the gold for that one. This one has a process video, and I'm guessing this one will go up before before this layout share. So this one I really wanted to focus on using the silver letters because I hadn't used them at all, and to go with that with the silver stars, I didn't want to use any gold. So that's this one, Sun-Kissed Beauty, and I just love the embellishment clusters. I use that tag, and as you'll see in the video, I've put pop dots behind the heart, and I've put the paper underneath, so there's a bit of dimension there. This one, this was me trying to go minimal. We'd had a discussion on Faith Hope Washi on Facebook about how we admire minimal layouts, but it's hard for those of us that aren't so minimal to do them. And so I had to go at doing it, and I laugh because, I'll explain. I started with this paper. I love that bit of colour there, and so then I went with the blues and the golds, and I started by just, the frames. That's a tag, and I cut my photo down to fit. Then I embellished. I just have so much trouble with stamping, especially date stamps. I think I'm a nervous stamper, and because I'm nervous, I don't get a good impression, so I had to cover up my mistake, so I put that piece there. And I had used the packaging, the chipboard backing that had the stars in. I used it as a stencil, and you'll see what I do with it in the next layer. So I misted with the gold and a bit of blue. So that was always going to be there. But when I finished this layer, I just felt it just didn't have enough on it for me. It needed something else. So then I went, sprinkle happy. And then I pulled out the watercolours and wasn't sure I liked it that much. But then my husband actually made a comment that he loved it. So I thought, wow, I'm always shoving my layouts under his face for his approval. Not his approval, just to share them. And just to see, this is what I've been doing for our family albums. So he said it looked great, like water. So I also got my brush into the Heidi Swap Gold Colour Shine and brushed some on, and I'm actually really happy with how it turns out. And I love that I had little photos that I could cut these photos out and put them in. So that's that one. And this one here is, I've got a process video as well, and that's coming up. Here's where I used that backing, that, I guess, what do you call that? Chipboard. Not packaging, but it is really. And so, because I don't have a silhouette, so I want to make the most of anything that's got things cut out. And so I just went through my scraps at this point, and you'll see in the video, and just backed each of them, and wanted to focus on silver again. So this is her having a go at putting her feet in the lake, and I called it Wet Toes. The flamingo is perfect because, standing and standing. And I love the ampersands in that set of thickers, so I went with that. Put a frame, laid some more ephemera and geotag, and I really did want to focus on this, but I did the packaging technique with some watercolours and sprinkling, so love that one as well. Then I thought I was done, because in the previous one I was saying, okay, this is how I use my scraps and this is how I kill my kit. And I thought, no, you know what? I can do more. So I pulled this blue navy cardstock, which I love. Had these 2 photos of Brielle with little pigtails, and then did some mixed media with texture paste and a stencil. Found 3 pieces of paper, well, that's actually a tag. Another 2 pieces that were big enough, cut them into banners, layered them up, put the stars on. That's cut off the frame. This one here, that was in the middle of the 2 frames. I love that on its own. And then I've just, I won't show you this one yet, put my title, Little Darling, and all I say is Little Darling with your sweet ponytails. I mean, this doesn't need a whole lot of journaling. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's her looking cute. So that's that one. At this point, I was meant to be done, but no, I thought, no, you know what? And you can push it more and you can make one more. And so I've got a video for this one as well. And I've literally used strips here. And this is a photo I've been wanting to scrap for a long time. It's Brielle when she was 8 weeks old getting her hip scan. But it just didn't really justify a 12 by 12. So I love that I was able to scrap this photo because it's important for her album. And there's the other frame. I backed it with that gorgeous paper, put her initial in there. Used up 2 tags that I've been struggling to use. Layered the only pieces that I had left that would stretch across. Got some washi on. I had done some misting in the background, but in typical fashion I cover it all. Got some cork down. And then I felt that it needed a bit more, so I used this tiny little punch. I'm just looking for it now, but I can't find it. Punched these tiny butterflies and outlined them as well as the 2 tags. Used the other half of the doily that I'd cut on my Cuttlebug and mixed the letter stickers to get that look. And I love it. I'm so happy that I was able to push it, and that's why I've only got literal scraps left. So that's all my layouts. I loved making this, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon.